Good morning, everyone. This is Biz Chicks TV. This is the place where you can find tips and tools to help you do business better. We're here to help you run a profitable business that's fun to run and to take the hassle out of your hustle. And today we're here on the day that Coach Caren is normally here. She's not going to be with us today, but we're going to move forward. We're looking forward to talking to her next week. We send love her way. It's my understanding that I blew it last week. And so I apologize to Coach Caren and to everyone. I was off last week and I thought I had a substitute, but it didn't work out and I was not apprised. So I highly apologize and I take full responsibility. And my love goes out to all of you who tune in to Biz Chicks on a regular basis and to Coach Caren especially. Okay. So with that, I want to get started because I want to talk about how to be successful. 10 keys, quick keys to success. Okay. Now, Mark says for Mark, and we all know Mark Ward. He's always tunes in, and one of his what would I say it? One of the things that he shares with us, he's also a life coach. He shares with us is that first of all, you have to define what is success for you. Okay. So once you do that, because everyone's idea of success is different, then let's talk about 10 keys to getting to that success, to getting to that objective, if you will. How you doing today? Thank you for tuning in. Those of you who are watching live and on the replay. Um, the first key is, let me, first of all, let me put this up in the banners so that you know what we're talking about this morning. We're talking about 10 keys to success. Um, the first key is to make a plan. Okay. You can't get anywhere if you don't know where you're going. So, first things first, get a plan. The second thing is prepare for the unexpected. You know, when you're taking a road trip, sometimes you want to have a spare tire in the back just in case, down in that well, so you can put that little donut on, at least get to a gas station. There's some things that you want to have in place in case things just don't go exactly as you planned. Okay. So, first of all, get a plan, then prepare for the unexpected. Next thing you want to do is you want to take those goals. You know how everybody says you got to have goals to get to, to success. And that's true. But just having goals is not enough. You need to know how you're going to implement those goals. What sequence are you going to use? Are you going to just have a bunch of goals up on the wall and not know which one you're going to do first, which one you're going to do second? Come on now, guys, let's prioritize those goals. So, again, get a plan, prepare for the unexpected, prioritize those goals. Okay. Number 4, develop good habits. Okay, so now you know that you want to get to a certain place, let's say a certain weight or whatever, then you want to develop good eating habits. You want to develop a plan that includes exercise. You want to move more. You want to start saying no to those things that are not good for you. Good morning, Cecilia. How you doing this morning? It's so good to see you in the house. We really look forward to it when you join us because you are one of our super fans. So, hey, so good to see you in the house. We're talking about the 10 keys to success, and we are on number 4, develop good habits. Develop good habits around where you want to go, whatever it is you're trying to achieve. If you're trying to achieve a goal in business, you need to set a target as to, what your sales is going to be. A target is how many customers are you going to call today. Just set little goals, achievable goals, so that you don't feel frustrated. Start with, I'm going to call one customer today. If nothing else, I'm going to make sure that I call that one customer today and get that done. Then, number 5, learn from your mistakes. Oh my gosh, have I not made mistakes in life and in business? Yes, but I try to Go back and say, now, Terry, what can you learn from that? Okay. What can you learn from that mistake? How could you have handled that better? I walk around to the other side of the table, become the customer, and try to figure out how's the customer feeling. When I set up I vend a lot. So when I set up my vending table, I walk around to the customer side to see what are they seeing? Are they having a good experience? So develop good habits and then learn from your mistakes. Have you ever made a mistake? If you've made a mistake, uh, just put a one in the chat. I'm gonna have to hold on a moment. I'm gonna have to stop my camera for just a second. Okay. Yes, Cecilia, I see all those ones. Me too. I need a couple of rows for the mistakes that I've made, but I try to go back and say, okay, how could you have done this better, Terry? What can you learn from your mistakes? So, number 5 is learn from your mistakes. Number 6, try different strategies. Now that you've learned from your mistakes, how can you do this a different way? Who has a better strategy? Do some research. Find out who's doing it better and study them. Study that technique. Learn to have a checklist. Like mute your phone, mute your iPad. Oh my goodness. The little things. What can we learn and try some different strategies? Number 7, if you want success, you're going to have to take smart risks. How do you know if it's smart? You're gonna do your research and see, would this work for me? You're gonna try it out. You know, they have big corporations use focus groups. So if you try it out, Coach Karen's in the house. How you doing, Coach? Let me bring you up. Yes, if you try it out. Coach Karen's in the house. How you doing, Coach? Let me bring you up. Yes, if you try it out. Okay, so we've got you. Actually, to the house. How you doing, Coach? Do you have me on a device? You up. Yes, if you try it out. Okay, so we've got you. Okay. All right, so Coach, you ready? How you doing this morning? I spent the first part of the program apologizing to you. I hope you heard me. I can hear your device. Do you have me on another device?
I guess it was on Facebook. I just closed it.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. Guys, this is an on-air apology. I'm getting ready to have a moment with Coach Caren. Coach Caren is scheduled every Wednesday, and for some reason, the person who was supposed to sub for me did not get in contact with her. Well, obviously, I was off, so I assumed that it was taken care of. But I want to really apologize. That must be the first time in 7, 8 years that we have not been here at the appointed time, and I truly, truly apologize. So all of you guys who agree with me and help Coach Caren accept my apology, put some hearts in the chat. Blame it on my heart, on my head, and not my heart, girl.
I accept it.
Thank you so much. So today I was talking about 10 keys to success.
Okay, nice.
And I'm on number 8. Okay. Learn from the experts.
Ah, nice.
Which is why Coach Caren is here. Oh my God. So that we can learn from the experts. Guys, I'm going to recap so Coach Caren will know what I mentioned.
Right.
Number 1 was make a plan. You can't go anywhere without a plan.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I can't get to Canada if I don't know whether I'm taking a plane, a train, a bus, car, what.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
And Cecilia says, "Hey, Coach Karen."
Hi, Cecilia. Morning.
Um, and so then the second thing is prepare for the unexpected.
Yes.
Get a backup plan.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Someone, thank you. Someone says you have a good heart. Yeah, guys, you know my heart.
Yeah.
I just really felt bad when I got that message. I was like, what? Okay. Okay. So yes, and then once you know that you got a plan and a backup plan, this is stuff we tell our kids, right?
You have to have the variables in there. You do. You have to have
you need plan A, B, C, D, right? And then prioritize the goals in that plan.
For
You got to
sure.
have some benchmarks
Yes.
on the way.
Yeah.
Develop some good habits around that plan. And I was talking about my eating habits. Gosh, my eating habits, Coach Karen, are off the chain. They are so out of whack. I don't even know how. Well, I know how.
You know how.
I don't know why. When I open up that freezer, I see ice cream. I'm like, are you kidding? It is the worst.
Yes, yeah. Sometimes we get ourselves there. We just have to reel it back and really look at where that's coming from and why you want so much of that specific thing, and see what it's feeding into for you. What is it giving you? What is it making you feel like? It's so funny because you're talking about that, and this morning when I have it in my bath, I was just thinking about eating. Like, I probably never had a potato until I was in my late 30s. I just never ate potatoes or anything like that. And my son used to bug me, Mom, why you wouldn't eat any fries? I never eat those things, or mashed potatoes, any of those stuff. And I was just thinking about when you leave one habit, because I truly did not want to get up this morning and work out. But I know that if I do not work out the 5 set days a week that I set to myself, it will lead into 2 weeks. So I will not permit me to not work out. So as I did my first stretches, I was like, I want my bed. I'm like, okay, I'm just going to do my sit-ups while I want my bed. I just keep saying it, but I'm doing the workout.
I'm telling you.
Because it's such a push sometimes. It just
Yes, and I know better because ice cream causes mucus for me.
Okay.
Which means the other stuff.
Right.
Good morning, Maureen.
I love ice cream, but yes.
So I know better, and I don't know what I was. I know what I was thinking. I just wanted to be quote unquote happy or whatever.
Right.
and I deserve it. And you know how we rationalize crap.
Of course.
But when we develop good habits, those good habits tell us no.
You can have ice cream, but you can't have it in this abundance. Like, you can have a scoop on Friday night, and that's okay. But you can't have it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Exactly. Because when you look in there on Saturday and it's gone, and that's what was happening. It was not good.
Yeah.
And it's well, anyway, we won't go down my rabbit trail. Okay. And then number 5 was learn from your mistakes. We all make mistakes.
Yeah, part of life.
And when we do, we need to learn from them. Sit ourselves down and say, now what can we learn from this?
Exactly.
Because if we don't learn from it, what's going to happen?
We're going to do it all over again.
And we're going to keep taking that test until we pass it, right?
Yes.
It's like, oh my God, how did that happen? And then you feel so bad when you make a mistake. We really do beat ourselves up.
Yeah. And I really like to say, when you make a mistake and you're feeling bad, just instead of going down the rabbit hole, at least that's what I do. And I really help my clients do this. I said, just make the statement. I went back on my work, or I did not do well today, or I make a mistake here, or, this is my learning curve. What did I learn from it? And like, really true, make the statement. Like, if I eat too much popcorn, like, Caren, really, a bag of popcorn was great. Why did you eat 2? And like, don't be really blaming myself for the 2. I like would answer probably like, I feel like eating more popcorn, right? I'm not going to do this next week. Like, literally, so I don't stay in that blaming and being upset with myself
And that
situations.
shame.
Because when you're in shame, you do more of the same thing.
Oh my gosh, I look in there, I see that ice cream. I am so ashamed.
Don't be ashamed. I had the ice cream. That was a moment thing that happened. But now what do I do next week?
Okay. All right. I'll put a note on the ice cream carton.
There you go.
You were a temporary mishap.
Yes.
Or you are so last week. How about that?
There you go. Sounds good. Sounds good.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I put a sticky on it so they will know that I am in control.
Right, right, right.
Okay.
And it takes a little bit of time, you know. I was telling my son only last week, breakfast was toast. No, I don't have bread. It's not like I don't eat bread. And that's the thing, I have allowed myself to grow into the idea of not worrying about eating bread versus I can't eat bread situation or that sort of stuff. So I have a salad instead of the toast. That's what I replaced it with. And
that's big.
When I first replaced the salad with toast, for the first 3 weeks, I felt like I was eating cardboard. I was so annoyed with myself, but I refused to give in because I said, if I can do it for 3 months, then I can do it. So that started a couple years ago, but this year was very much focused on myself because, I'm 57. I'm going to be 60 in 3 years. So I was like, okay, how do we turn this around at 60? I have a picture in my head of where I want to be, how I want to feel and bring back that energy level. And these are the things that make me feel very sluggish and not energized. So how do I do that? And so this year I did the 75 strong that the guy was talking about on TikTok. That's where it started. And then I started unpacking what caused me to go down this road. And I really had to examine some things. So I had to cry about some things. I had to write about some things. I have to be annoyed about some things. But I worked myself through the process. So after the first 75 days, I was sharing it. And I had a few people who joined in on the challenge with me in the group. And I'm still in it. Like every 75 days, I take a week off where I don't push as much. And then I go right back into it.
Oh.
So I'm keeping me accountable. So I give myself 2 years for the amount of weight I'd like to lose. I'm not this 3 months, 6 months baby. I give myself 2 full years to lose it, to get on track.
Now, see, that is a great plan.
Yeah. So this is year 1. And it's doing good. It's doing good. It's a slow process. My first run, as I told you guys, I lost 15 pounds, then 11, then I gained back about 11 pounds, and then I lost another 5, and then I gained back some, and then I'm watching what happened when I do certain things. So now I'm just leveling out and understanding. I lose about a pound or 2 a week. So the climb is nicer. There's this nice climb that's happening, and I'm happy because I am not depriving everything that I love out of me. I am just watching the portion size and how I use it and when I have it versus taking it away, because the whole takeaway don't work for me. I can't take everything away because then my brain wants it. So instead of taking it away, I just use it when I schedule it to be used. I'm a scheduler, guys, you know this.
Yes, you're very disciplined. I know.
Yeah, I'll work out if I'm not feeling well. I was telling my sisters, because we had a chat together. I said, guys, I'll work out even if I'm not feeling well because it's in my plan. I will not do an hour, but I'll do 50 minutes of workout. I'll stretch. I'll do some sit-ups. Or maybe if I can do, then I'll do some yoga or something that is signifying of the exercise for the day.
So it's on the plan, and
it's on the plan. It's getting it done.
Yes. So we're forming good habits around the things around our goals. We're learning from our mistakes.
Yes.
And then we're picking up on different strategies to carry that out. We're doing some homework to figure out, how can I get this done?
Exactly.
And then number 7, take smart risks. And I was saying a smart risk means that you've looked into it, you've seen it used successfully, and you want to try it out.
Right.
If it doesn't work for you, then that's not the smart risk for you.
Right.
So,
exactly.
Don't stick with something just because someone else it's working for someone else.
Right.
And you tried it and it's not working for you. It's just, okay, people, don't get this twisted. Okay. Okay. Then we talked about learn from the experts, which is when I said that's why you're here, because you are the expert on money. You're the money person. You know, somebody talk about money today, right? That's not what I do. Okay. Um, and then here's my favorite one: master how to say no.
Ooh, good stuff.
No is a
Good stuff.
complete
Yeah.
sentence.
Sense.
It is a complete
Yeah,
sentence.
it's me complete sense.
Invest in relationships is number 10.
Hmm.
So these are the things that lead to success.
They do.
Oh my gosh.
They do.
Now,
They do.
let me say this. I keep hearing myself. I keep hearing the echo. Let me say this, that um, normally, Coach, you come in and you have some nuggets for us. So do you have some nuggets for us today?
Oh boy, to that, you guys see to them co-hosting with Terry. She's taking the lead, and I'm just here chipping it.
Mark's got a
Yeah.
comment. Hold on, let's see what he says. That's why I had to give up my career as a supermodel. It was a risk not worth taking. The world had no trouble saying no. Mark, I'm loving
Mark,
your
oh
TikTok.
yeah, he always give us a good content.
His TikToks are hilarious.
Yes, he is.
You guys have got to follow Mark, and also his Facebook stories. They're just really fun. So,
He's a fun guy.
mhm, mhm. So, Coach, do you have some nuggets you want to share with us today before we go?
Yeah, well, since we're talking in the line of success, I am doing this challenge about workflow, and
Oh,
it's just right up my alley because I love things. I like all things planned out and set up and stuff. And I always love gaining knowledge from somebody else who's doing something maybe similar to mine, but I can see if I can learn something more to add to mine. And and I've been learning some things about myself for the last couple of weeks that I do love the big picture and I do love breaking things down, but the nitty gritty sometimes I don't like to get into that. Or I realized I was the kind of trainer that when I'm training somebody, I want their actually to kick in and pick up where I left off without me giving them all the instructions because I'm like, well, you're a human, you should know. And so this is one of my bad. And sometimes when you got to do things to really catch you where you're not performing your best and really
mm,
deal with it. I didn't like that, about I didn't like that my son called me out on it. My son and daughter called me out on it. They're like, Mom, you leaves us in mid sentence. You don't give us the full. I'm like, so why don't you just fit it in? And they're like, because we don't know what else comes next. You gotta tell us what you want. And especially
mhm,
my last son, he is very much a stickler. He do anything you ask him, but he has to have all the steps. That's how his mind works. If you want him to get something done and you give him all the steps, he'll get it done. And then if I go back and I'm like, but Pierce, you didn't get this done. He's like, Mom, you didn't include that in the list. She's pretty much of you can start on the list and you come back, it's done.
he's going to check it off, and he's
Yeah,
going to go down that list and
yeah.
check each box.
It's not on the list. He's not getting it done. And I start
Look,
seeing my
I'm just
shortfall.
praying that we can get to give me the list part. Girl, you are a blessed woman.
So I could see
Oh
my
my goodness.
shortfall. So in that same scenario, she's just talking about workflow. And workflow is really how you set up whatever you have to do, give it a role, and then work through all the steps to get that done.
Hmm.
And if we truly give that to ourselves, I do mine partially and I could see the more in depth. Then anybody can take over and do it for you. You don't have to always do it. You don't have to always say. You just pull out the workflow and give it to them. Whether you're teaching somebody something on Canva, whether you're having somebody come work for you, whether whatever it is, it's just nice to have that flow and it just moves slowly. Plus, you get to see where you're falling down and where you need to tighten up and where there's holes that you can fill in and that sort of stuff. So it's pretty nice, pretty good.
I,
It's good to learn something new about not
about
new, but to see how you can tighten up things about yourself that can use improvement.
and that comes from that feedback from folks we're working with, right?
Yes.
And usually the people closest to us. Well, I really didn't understand. We were in a class the last night, and people were explaining their business mission,
Hmm.
and we were asking for one sentence, and some of those sentences had so much technical language in them that we had to go, look, talk to me like I'm 8 years old
Right.
and give me one sentence, tell me what to
Yes.
do.
Yes.
And so when we're writing down instructions for people, we need to act like they're 8 years old
Yes. Yes.
and not skip over. Well, you knew to put soap in the bucket.
Yeah. You got to tell them. You got to tell them.
And how much
Yes. You got to tell them.
and what temperature the water should be.
Yes.
I know it sounds tedious, but
Yes. And that's the part, Terry. That's the tedious part that I didn't like, because I'm doing over all my training manuals. I'm going to be retraining people in the new year. And that's why all this is part of just me being really super important for me to really take away. Because, at some point I want to sell my company, and I have to have all these things in line when I'm ready to do so.
exactly.
The person who's going to buy it, people would want to buy it if it's turnkey, which they come in, they got the training manuals, they got everything there that they just pick up and go. Matter of fact, your company would sell for more if this is really exciting for somebody who want to buy your company. Especially if a lot of people buy companies, not because they want to come in and run it, but they want it to run themselves, and they're just, got it back in.
Also known as a franchise.
Right.
So once you have those training manuals done,
yes,
you can start a franchise. So you don't have to run a business.
True.
You can just be the consultant.
Yes.
For the franchise.
Yes. So I take everything when people tell me, anybody work for me and give me pointers and say what I can do better and stuff. I really take it under consideration, and I really watch how it plays out and watch what I can improve. And every time I do myself, I get to improve on me, and it lends itself to the other people.
And help others improve, because you're learning something. So we got some comments over here. Let's see. Cecilia says, that's good. Learn to say no. We have to set boundaries. Yeah, we do. We really do, even with ourselves.
Yes.
Like, no to ice cream, Terry. Just say no. Okay. One of the biggest forms of self-sabotage is managing others. Is the illusion of common sense. How many of us get frustrated by "you should know"?
Yes.
Assume nothing without the evidence of substantiating it.
Yeah, without evidence to substantiate it. And that's true. Because what I know and what Mark knows doesn't mean the other person, even if they're in our field, knows. We have to make sure that they actually know. And if they're working with us, we need to train them in such. This is why a lot of times that I really do give to my daughter, I give to my mom to go through stuff that I'm doing so that their eyeballs can be on it. And I give my husband when I'm really not, I give him not a lot of things, because he's very, very picky and sarcastic, and he's very annoying. Let me just say that. So, but if I get it from him, though, I understand that when he sees it and he reads it, he is going to give me the opinion of the 90% of the people. Sometimes I might not like to hear it, but that's what he's going to give me. He's not going to rock it up. It's not going to be, anything nice. It's going to be whatever it is. If it's good, it's good. But if it needs whatever it needs, because he's coming from an employee point of view, which is really good.
I hear you. That's what I was saying, that when I vend, I go around to the customer side of the table to see what their experience is.
Yes.
To see how I would like to be spoken to.
Yes.
What I would like to see happen during a transaction.
Yes.
Is it smooth? Do you know where the processor is? Or is this do I have to wait for you to find your tools?
Yes.
To take my money. I want to make it easy for people to give me their money.
Yes.
So therefore I go around to the customer side and look from their perspective.
Yes.
Now Mark says what? And now here's our special super guest, Karen's husband. Oh my gosh. Wouldn't that be crazy if he come walking through the door?
He would not. He doesn't like to be, he doesn't even like his picture taken.
A lot of people like that. They don't want to be on camera. They're not trying to be on camera. But so that's what I had for you today, Coach.
This was good.
I just wanted to talk about, 10 quick keys to success. And I hope that we'll all learn from this experience. I learned that I need to double check my bookings in the name of Jesus. Okay. And, and then it can be very hurtful to people. And you don't want to do that. And one of the keys was value relationships, right?
Yes, yes,
And I
yes.
do value this relationship, coach.
I do too.
And I value the relationship with our audience. So I just want
Same.
to tell you again that I apologize for not being on it last week,
That's okay.
and that won't ever happen again.
All right.
Lord, see me to see the same and nothing happens. 11. Oh, call Coach Caren or me. That will, it will help you get to success, says Mark. And he would be
Yes,
correct.
Mark.
Yes. So if you're looking for Coach Caren, you can find her at Profits in Daily over on Facebook and Instagram. Um, can they find you on Twitter also there under
Yeah,
Profits
yeah,
in
under the
Daily?
same name. Yes, we're under the
Okay.
same name. Yes.
And and we will see you all here again next Wednesday to talk. And if you desire to talk to Coach Caren or Mark, you can hit them up on Facebook,
Hmm.
book an appointment.
Yep.
You can even talk to them through Messenger. And Cecilia says, yes, I value the chicks, and we value you too,
We do.
Cecilia.
We
You
do.
are
We do.
just a super fan.
We appreciate you guys.
We truly appreciate you.
Yes.
Mark says, bye, ladies. Thank you.
Bye, Mark.
Thank you, Mark. Bye, everyone. We're going to see you next week. Tomorrow is Happy
Happy healthy
Healthy
habits.
Habits with Robin Shamizu and friends. And we'll see you here at the same time, same station tomorrow. Have a great day.
Don't
And
forget
thank
to the
you.
front of your line.
Yes. And thank you. See that? That's why you need, that's why you need people in your life. And guys, we just want you to know, don't forget to go to the front of your own line. Have a great day. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.